This right here is the brand new GoPro Hero 11 Black, and today we're on a mission to see whether or not it's worth to upgrade it. And I thought the only way to test that out is by doing a real life experiment, and we're out here on a sauna boat in the middle of Finland, and we're gonna see what this camera is capable of. Okay, so what's different in the GoPro Hero 11 Black? Because on the outside, this looks very similar to the GoPro Hero 10, but what's on the inside has changed a lot. The first new feature of the GoPro Hero 11 Black is the new sensor. It's a new, larger sensor, a 1.9 inch sensor that's in an 8x7 format, meaning it gives you the option of filming in a huge square, essentially, and choosing in post whether you want landscape or vertical, which is really handy nowadays in the land of content creation because you want to have those landscape shots when you're filming for YouTube, but at the same time, you want vertical shots for things like Reels and TikTok. Next, we now have 10-bit. Before, you only had 8-bit in the GoPro Hero 10, which gave you 16.7 million colors, and now you have over 1 billion colors. That's gonna give you much smoother gradients of color, more detail in the motion shots, and less color banding in the sky. When it comes to stabilization, we have the brand new Hyper Smooth 5.0 plus the 360 horizon lock, which is really crazy. Essentially what happens is that you can put the horizon lock, and no matter how you turn the camera 360, it's gonna stay in the horizontal position. This is really great when you're filming, action shots and your camera's just flying all over the place, or if you're filming with FPV and you want the horizon to stay level. On the photo side, we got 27 megapixels from 23 megapixels in the GoPro Hero 10, which is a step up in quality. For battery life, we have the new Enduro battery, which gives you 38% more recording time. That's a lot extra when it comes to just one battery, so I'm really excited to see how it does in real life situations. And last but not least, probably what I'm most excited about is the Hyper View mode. The GoPro Hero 11 Black has an even wider point of view, which is gonna be insane to film those action shots. I was already filming some shots of me driving the jet skis all alone by myself, just holding a little handle, and I'm very curious to see just how wide that really was. But yeah, those are some of the initial improvements of the GoPro Hero 11 Black. We're gonna keep shooting tonight and see what kind of footage we can come up with, and then we're gonna head over to the studio, review the footage, and I'll tell you, is it worth upgrading from the Hero 10 Black to the 11? My experiences of shooting with the GoPro Hero 11 Black, I want to give a shout out to this episode's sponsor, and that's Motion Array. Motion Array is the place to get all of your assets for your videos. I'm talking titles, motion graphics, transitions, anything you might need for your videos, Motion Array has got them. They have over 700,000 premium quality assets, and it doesn't matter what editing program you're on because they've got you covered. They've got plugins and templates for Final Cut Pro, for Premiere Pro, for After Effects Motion, and even DaVinci Resolve. And just look at how easy they are to use. If you want some epic light leaks in your videos, just throw in a transition. Or if you want minimalist looking lower thirds, just drag, drop, change the text, and you're done in a few seconds. Or if you want some animations in your videos, just throw them in. Having Motion Array in my back pocket has not only sped up my whole editing process, but as well as unlocked a whole new level of quality. So if you want to take out Motion Array for a spin, they have a monthly subscription, unlimited access to all their premium assets for only $20 a month, which is so affordable and easy to use. So if I piqued your curiosity, click the link in my description. You're gonna get $50 off the yearly subscription. All right, back to my experiences with the GoPro Hero 11. My, oh my, what an epic night we had on the sauna boat. I don't think it get any better than combining your good friends, a sauna boat, and the privilege of testing out the GoPro Hero 11 all in one night. Really, those are those moments where I just pinch myself and ask, can this really be my job? So the GoPro Hero 11, very similar looking to the GoPro Hero 10, but how did it perform when we were filming on the sauna boat? Well, the first thing that I really noticed that was cool about the GoPro Hero 11 is that 8x7 format sensor, meaning it films in this huge kind of square box, giving the opportunity to choose in post whether you want landscape or vertical. And this is really handy and smart move by GoPro Hero 11, just with this push into content creation on Instagram and TikTok and other platforms for vertical video. Because now you don't need to decide, do you want to film in vertical or landscape? You just film in the 8x7 format and then you can decide in post. So I really think that was a cool move by GoPro in the GoPro Hero 11 Black. As well, with the new sensor, you're getting really high quality footage. I loved the 4K 60 frames, the 120 frames per second, and the 240 frames per second at 1080. It just looks smooth and buttery and high quality because of this new sensor. As well, the new and improved 10-bit color in the GoPro Hero 11 really gave that flexibility for grading the footage. Here's a before and after of me grading the GoPro Hero 11 footage. And as well, you can notice in the sky, especially while we're riding with the jet ski, there's no more of this banding or weird gradient look with the GoPro Hero 11, which you did get in the older models because it was 8-bit. But now with 10-bit, there's so much more colors in the footage, so there's a lot less of that banding look in the footage. So this was definitely a much appreciated new feature in the GoPro Hero 11. Good job for adding 10-bit into this little guy. For stabilization, like I said, it has the Hypersmooth 5.0 stabilization. And when you look at the footage, it looks so buttery smooth. And these are conditions that are not the easiest to be filming in. I'm filming one-handed while holding with the other hand a jet ski, and we got bumps and all this crazy stuff, but still the footage looked really smooth. So really great job on the Hypersmooth 5.0 stabilization. Not to mention, this camera has that 360 horizon lock, which is really cool for FPV or other action shot moments where you're just filming and not really in super control, but you want to make sure the horizon is locked in. I was rotating the camera around 360 and you can see these behind the scenes shots, and the footage is staying horizontal, locked in with the landscape horizon, which is really crazy that they can do that with this camera. Okay, let's now talk about the new Hyperview lens mode. If I'm brutally honest, at first I wondered, is it even going to be usable, or is it just going to be way too distorted looking? But it actually is really great. Here's a lens mode comparison going from the linear to the wide to the super view and then to the hyper view. And that's 12mm wide focal length, so it's super wide. But it actually came in very handy when I was filming with the jet ski. You get this really cool immersive shot of me, riding the jet ski and seeing myself and the whole background. And I didn't have any long extended pull for that. I was literally just holding the GoPro in my hand with a little hand pull. And then you get these cool point of view shots when I was filming like this and riding the jet ski myself. And you just get this really cool hyperview mode. So it actually came out really cool. Now, mind you, when you are filming hyperview, make sure that your subject is in the center of the shot, because if you're even slightly to the right, there is crazy distortion. So you just gotta make sure when you're filming in hyperview mode, that the subject is in the middle of your shot. But yeah, great new feature for the GoPro Hero 11 Hyperview. Just even more wide, dynamic, and immersive. Battery life on the GoPro Hero 11, like I said, there was a huge improvement, and I prepared to have 3 or 4 batteries ready for this evening, and I didn't actually have to change the battery once. I filmed with the same battery all night long, and I think in the end I still had about 20-30% left. Now, that was a really great improvement by GoPro, because in the past you'd have to be constantly switching batteries with your GoPro camera, but now with one battery you can pretty much film for your whole shoot. Okay, maybe have a second battery just in case, but I only used one battery the whole evening, so I got away with it. Overall, I'm very impressed with the GoPro Hero 11. We have so many features packed into this new camera. The 8x7 format to give you those landscape or vertical shots. We got Hyperview, 5.0 stabilization, 10-bit color now, improved battery life. So much has changed in this GoPro 11. But the only constructive feedback that I have for this guy is the fact that if you're filming with a pole and you really want to get far away from you and film your whole self, you're going to see that pole. And that's probably the one reason why I still do shoot more with 360 cameras, because a lot of 360 cameras can stitch out the pull, whereas when you're filming with the GoPro, it's gonna show up. Like for example, these shots of me on the one wheel, I was trying to get really wide shots, but the problem is that when you have the GoPro on the pole is showing, and I personally don't like to see the poles in the shot. So if you're trying to get that, you know, shot of you filming yourself with the pole, maybe the GoPro isn't the best for you, but if you're just mounting the camera onto your bike or to some sort of sports equipment, shooting yourself, it works perfect. If you're filming other people, it works really well. But that's probably the one time where the GoPro Hero 11 just doesn't work for me. So to go back to my question about whether or not it's worth to upgrade to the GoPro Hero 11 Black, I would say that the answer is a resounding yes. Just for the new 8x7 sensor alone, I think it's worth upgrading, because if you are a content creator, you now have the option of always having landscape and vertical footage at the same time, which is perfect if you're making videos for YouTube and if you want to put that content later on to Instagram or TikTok. But on top of that, in this little guy, we got 10-bit now, hyper view, and the 5.0 stabilization, which are features that just make this GoPro Hero 11 Black worthwhile upgrading to. So if you want to grab this, I have a link in my description. This video isn't sponsored by GoPro, but I do get a little kickback from it, so I appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this experience review of the GoPro Hero 11. I love to combine just my life with testing out these cameras, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. It helps with the algorithm codes. And comment below, what do you think about the GoPro Hero 11? Which specific features are you most excited about?